Hello guys, and welcome back. This is Pete Dahlgren. We're building the Mears Models F86. And I'm getting ready to turn the airplane around and work on the other side. And I thought it'd be a really good opportunity to show you how lightweight this airplane really in fact is. It's not heavy at all. But before I do that, I'm going to take a few of the things off just to make it a little bit easier to go without crushing it. But anyhow, this airplane is not heavy by any means or standard, but anyhow, I'm gonna take this other wing off, just swipe it real quickly, and that works. And yeah, the airplane is not heavy at all, but it is long and it can be a little bit awkward. So anyway, picking it up carefully, it's, like I said, it's starting to get a little weight to her, but guys, it's only about, right now as it is, it's 8 pounds. It doesn't weigh anything. And we're about half sheeted, so I'm actually turning the airplane around, and as you can see, it's glued to the board still. And I won't actually take and actually cut it off there until I get this other side done. And this airplane is not a difficult build if you've built a few other airplanes, and it's not something you've done. My understanding is Chris bought one, and congratulations on that. I don't have any idea which model he bought, but anyway, what I'm getting ready to do here now is getting my we're getting ready to come in here now and go from this line right here. And in order to get this to be to where we can do the other speed brake, you're going to need a couple sheets of wood to do this. And I also wanted to take an opportunity. Man, my place is thrashed. But anyway, it's all good. I think one of the big things is with the airplane kind of disassembled and setting it on the other board. I really don't need the 4x4 it's sitting on at this point. And you know, really, at the real reality of it is that you don't really even need to. You don't even really need to even have it attached to this board. This board weighs about 3 pounds, and we scaled it using the tube. Now, those of you guys that are getting ready to buy these airplanes, just take in mind, there's a few things that you do need to get. And I highly recommend that you get the tubes. Let me grab this here real quick. And yeah, I'm just a prize this morning. Here, it looks great. I look like a freaking caveman. But anyway, guys, I highly recommend you get the tubes, and they will come separate because they're so big compared to what the kit looks like. And you're going to need all these. And the reason being for it, unless you're in a place that actually goes by metric, if you're in the States, you're going to find these to be cumbersome. Just go ahead and get them through Mears, and they're cheap. I mean, they're not even enough to even worry about. As you can see, I turned the airplane around. You go and you look on one side, looks pretty good. Over here still needs some sanding and some work. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm getting ready to put the other speed brake in. Yeah, and this one I'm going to show you guys how I did it. It's up to you to decide on whether or not you want to follow the method of building them that I did. Now, I just got a rough measurements off some drawings and interpreted it and then made it work. Now, we do have to do some bracing across here damn long hairs. But anyway, you're going to have to put some bracing across in here and in there. And I used 3/8 by 1/4 inch balsa to do that. And I put 2 of them in here. I put one in that's full length, and then I put one in here that goes. That's going to give you all the bracing you need. And I did gusset it when you cut into here, because you're going to be cutting this one. Now, basically, as a rule of thumb, you want to do exactly what you did on one side to the other. So it actually does go. We are actually going to make a tick mark here. There's a tick mark there and one in here. And you got to come from this body line, which will be prominent. And I'm going to fill this and actually roll it. So this piece here looks kind of like in that right there. But this is rounded into here, and it just slowly, gradually comes out. This piece here actually does, in fact, go right here. Shows a flat, but it shows this actually does round out in there. And this will give you an opportunity to show you where all the wiring and everything else like that goes in. You are going to have to cut a slot or drill a couple holes in it there to get that in here. The rest of it will go in. There's plenty of areas to tie everything off. There's no chance it's going to be flopping around in there. One thing that I do recommend is that when you guys get into the part, if you decide to do the speed brakes, is measure it from right here, and it's a straight line. Don't worry about if you've done this straight, you know, that was good. But anyway, otherwise, this again. And so, let me put you guys back down here. And this is how I actually did, in fact, do it before. So, you get this is how I do all my this is how I like to work on these. So, if you look in here, you're going to have, this is where you're going to be doing your measurements. And then you're going to go on one side, if I can find my measuring device, which might even be in a drawer. Wow, I amazed myself. I even put it in the right place. But anyway, you want to have three inches. So it's going to come down right in here. The speed brake layout on that will be it'll be 3 inches. So I'm just going to go ahead and just now, my friends, is your speed brake. And it's that simple. And what it is, it's going to be following this line in here. Now, what you want to do is double check what's going on in this. So what I do, just to make sure that line is completely straight, I've got some actual T-pins. Get a clean one. Having a bottle of denatured alcohol is a really good thing here, by the way, fellas. And, okay, so what I do is I come in on both ends of this, like so. And as you can see, I'm off a little bit on the deal, and this is just a foolproof way of doing this. That one was really close, but not close enough. I know where the tick mark is on that, so I don't worry about too much. But I absolutely want to make sure that this lines up to these pins. And this one, as you can see, was damn near 1/8 of an inch off. And the reason I'm being so, I could easily go and cut inside that line on this thing, guys, and just kind of fudge it through there, but the point of it being is, I don't build like that. I want these lines straight and true to those formers. I don't want to take a chance of overcutting or I don't take a chance of this. I've mentioned this a lot, and I haven't done a lot of live videos, and I will start doing a lot more of them. But this right here, now that I've done this, there's your cutout. I'm going to leave this tape on here right now because I didn't show this one to the speed brakes. Now, one thing I am going to do here on this with, one thing I am going to do on this particular one, we're going to build the speed brakes together. I'm going to do as many live videos as I can on this, just so you can see what I'm doing. And I have not shown anybody the wet forming method that I do. And just give me a second. I think one of the biggest reasons, now I'm going to use 6-inch sheets, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut one about, I'm actually going to cut this an inch longer over here, and then I'm going to cut this one so it's actually just slightly over. So it'll actually be this long. And what's going to go on with that is that that's going to give me all the bracing I need for the hinge. And the hinges we're going to make out of, we'll be using spruce. And it, so far it holds up well. It's fairly easy to work with. You're going to have to carve them a little bit. But this is where we're at, and this is what we're going to do. I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to post this and delete some stuff, and then I'm going to come back, and then we'll cut this out. And I'll show you exactly the wet forming method on the next show. And we'll do this live. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys.